being on Lope's face for merely a few seconds, it somehow had enough time to implant an embryo inside of him, which seems to emerge roughly an hour or so later, and proceed to grow to full size within minutes of emergence. That's craziness. There's a pretty cool shot of Upworth
It's always
and Rick's
different
making love in
time
the
for them
shower,
to
and then
merge.
the alien tail rises up
Oh
beneath
my.
their legs. It then kills them both. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool looking scene. It is kind of silly that someone taking a shower wouldn't be able to hear Mother in an emergency. Shouldn't Mother automatically lower all music volume in the ship so the occupants can hear her? Either that or Mother should be extremely loud during emergencies. It's pretty obvious at this point that Walter is actually David, but in order to keep up the facade, he assists Daniels and Tennessee as they move through the ship hunting the alien. Daniels is able to trap the alien.
I got you, you son of a bitch!
Tennessee opens the huge
Bro,
hangar doors
half
that lead
of the
out
planet
into
will
space.
die.
The alien escapes the truck, but then a second truck rolls towards Daniels. She avoids it, and the alien impales itself and drops into space.
You want to give a girl a hand?
I don't understand why it impales itself. It's in the space. It should just fly away.
Tennessee is put into hypersleep. Walter is about to put Daniels to sleep, and they exchange a few words. Daniels is closed into her pod, and then asks Walter if he'd assist her to build a cabin on the lake.
When we get there, will you help me build my cabin?
Walter stares back at her without responding. Obviously, he has no idea what she's saying. This is enough to solidify to Daniels that this is David instead of Walter.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. That's like an explosive twist.
It's kind of dumb that David didn't download Walter's memory banks when he took his voice box, because you think that that would be pretty helpful. I guess he didn't have the means or the time to do that during the 60 seconds that he had. If only she questioned him earlier, which she obviously should have done. But whatever, that would make too much sense. David has a pretty iconic line here, though.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Amazing.
What?
I love it.
Damn the big bugs band?
David regurgitates 2 facehugger embryos as the Covenant makes its way to Origai 6.
Let me see your tongue.
When he does this, he places them in a refrigerator with the human embryos. They are in exactly the same type of capsule and fit perfectly in the compartments. This is very unlikely, given that David has been marooned for 10 years and thus had no access to current technological advances.
All colonists in hypersleep remain intact and undisturbed, on course for Origai 6.
Don't make
This
the
movie
bed
has a lot of
frost bomb.
problems, but I love some of the shot composition. The imagery was beautiful at times, the music was pretty great, and I enjoyed a lot to do with David and Walter. Maybe not the exact execution, but the ideas that were present were pretty cool. Ridley Scott announced that this film would be the second in a new Alien trilogy that would have taken place closer to and led up to the original Alien.
I mean, they're still unconnected dots. Do you think, do you have any want to go back and connect those? Or?
Did Ripley Scott made Ramu?